What up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Modi J. We're locked in. We just got breaking news. Jonathan Majors has been found guilty of 2 assault charges over domestic dispute. Now I'm gonna give y'all a second and get back in here. I know we just end our old live, and we're just gonna go over a little timeline and what's next in this situation. Now there's some audio out there. We're gonna try to bring up the audio so we can hear all of that. Man, I was joking around about him running, but it kind of makes you look at this whole case and wonder, we were just joking around about Ronnie, an innocent man. Now, I think these are misdemeanor charges. But yeah, I'll give you a second to join in here. Make sure you hit that like button. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't expect him to be found guilty. From everything I was hearing, I was thinking, all right, cool. But this day and age, man, it's tough in that legal system, man. It is tough in there, man. Fortunately for me, I beat all the cases I was up against, but when you going against not this color, but when you going against that other color, man, it's gonna be a tough time. It's gonna be a tough time. What up, Jay Hoodie? Eric, Miss Renee, Kendall, Marv. The price you pay when you lay in it. Hey, yeah, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna, like I said, I've heard all about it. Did I really follow it too much? Nah, not really. I see like the updates and stuff, but man, I didn't expect him to be found guilty. I didn't even know that the case was today, to be honest with you. I was looking into Trump and seeing when we just got Giuliani with the 148 on Friday. I thought we was going to see Trump with the 250 this week. I was not expecting to see a guilty verdict. So, what's up, Miss Thompson? Thompson, my bad. Tashana, what's going on? We're going to get in here. I got the timeline. We'll take that back. Damn. They said Marvel dropped them, Marvel, Disney, but we already knew that was on the table and them waiting to do that. So we're just gonna go through all of this and we're gonna see. I told you guys I'm gonna get back into doing articles on this channel, especially if I have to deal with movies or actors or something like this. Since Marvel is tied to it, I'll have it on my main channel. The Mo You Know is typically where we'll have these, but this deals with movie also. So I'm gonna tie it into the big channel. Yeah, Marvel, before we even get started, Marvel already knew that this is what they were going to do. But we seen the Johnny Depp case where old girl took a number 2 on the bed and they still let her participate in movies and stuff. So if you guys ever wanted to do, like, I don't advocate for domestic violence, because we not, they found them guilty of it. Now I don't know about all that. We're gonna see what evidence they had, but you see things a little bit differently for different type of people. But we're over on peoplemagazine.com, and this is a timeline of Jonathan Majors' legal troubles from his March arrest to assault trial. The Loki actor was found guilty of assault and harassment in his misdemeanor trial in December. So luckily it is a misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor as far as like being on his record and stuff, but Disney and they're taking it as, oh man, this ain't no misdemeanor, this is a felony. So it's like, come on, it's just a misdemeanor. It's like a parking ticket, but I know it is DV. But let's see. Jonathan Majors' trial has come to an end on December 18th. The Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumanium actor was found guilty of misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree, recklessly causing physical injury and harassment in 2nd degree, which is a violation. The verdict came after Majors was arrested in New York City for an alleged domestic dispute involving him and another woman, according to police. Yeah, okay. Shortly after, he was charged with multiple misdemeanors, counts of assault and harassment, according to people obtained documents from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Let's see. Marcus, thank you for that $2. Who would I got to fight in Damian, Creed 3, or Diamond? Man, see, I can't joke around in this moment, man. This is some serious stuff. But I was going to say I'm going with Damien, but I ain't gonna make no joke about it. Not right now, man. This is a man's life that we talking about here. Even though I want to. In the months following his arrest, Majors was dropped from various projects. See, so they didn't even wait. It's not innocent till proven guilty. It's guilty till proven guilty. So they had already dropped him from a few projects. Remember, there was a point where they were all saying they're looking for a replacement for Jonathan Majors. Now, it never officially came out, but they were talking about Damdris and a couple of other people. So it was never, hey, let's wait and see what the verdict is. They had already dropped him way back when. So in the months following his arrest, Majors were dropped from various projects. Additionally, the public relations company representing Majors parted ways with the actor also. In a statement obtained by People following his hearing in May, Major's attorney, I can't even pronounce that, we're just going to call it Major's attorney, said that her team had provided the Manhattan District Attorney's Office with irrefutable evidence that alleged that the victim in the March 25th incident that led to his arrest is lying about the facts of the case, calling the assault case a witch hunt against the actor. Well, I mean, we heard the recordings, we seen him running from the scene and him being attacked, but I guess they didn't take any of that into consideration. I guess it was just like, let's just go with what the damsel in distress is saying with the big black guy that's a boxer, that's a superhero. You guys will get where I'm going. All right. They called it a witch hunt. So Major's trial started November 29th, and the actor has been holding hands with his girlfriend Megan Good before entering the courtroom. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good's relationship timeline. Man, we don't need to know they love timeline. That ain't got nothing to do with this. Here's a timeline of Major's recent controversies, including his legal woes. All right. So here we go. This will wrap up everything for us so we can get an understanding. And then we'll go into like the audio that we heard, him running away. And we'll start to try to piece this together and see how the hell did he get found guilty of these when there was irrefutable evidence that she was lying. March 25th, 2023, Jonathan Majors is arrested after an alleged domestic dispute. On March 25th, Majors was arrested in New York City for an alleged domestic dispute. A preliminary investigation determined that the 33-year-old male, damn, he's 33. I thought he was older than me. Determined that a 33-year-old male was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female, the NYPD said in a statement given to People. The victim informed police she was assaulted. Officers placed the 33-year-old male into custody, Jonathan Majors, without incident. The victim sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed to an area hospital in a stable condition. Majors was identified by the police and was listed as charged with strangulation, assault, and harassment. See, I just thought it was an assault. I didn't know they got him with strangulation and harassment. I just thought it was an assault charge. The victim was not identified. They never are. A rep for Majors told People he has done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. So wait, this is the 25th. So on the 26th. So the 25th, they arrested him. The 26th, the very next day, they charged him with assault and harassment. Now, typically, when you get arrested, you normally aren't getting charged like that next day. They're gonna wait, like say it's a Friday. Let me see what date this was. The 25th of March. 25th was March. It was a Saturday he got arrested. So on Sunday, they charged him with assault. Typically, this won't happen until like a Monday or a Tuesday, but since he was high profile, they were like, nah, go ahead and put that charge on. They would have just held him. Let's see. A day later, he was charged with multiple misdemeanor counts of assault and harassment per variety. And people obtained documents from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Majors was charged with 3 counts of assault in the third degree, aggravated harassment in the second degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the third degree, and had harassment in the second degree after he was arrested for an alleged domestic dispute. Wait a minute. So he got arrested, and then they hit him with 3 counts of assault in the third degree, aggravated harassment in the second degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the third degree. So that's 6, 7, and harassment in the second degree. So that's 8 charges. Damn, I didn't know that like I said, I just thought it was an assault. I didn't know that they put 8 charges on the man. Let's see. So later on that day, March 26, 2023, Jonathan Major's lawyer releases a statement. Following this arrest, his lawyer maintained in a statement shared with people that the actor is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with the woman he knows. We are quickly gathering information and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped. She stated that the evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where this episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from a woman recanting those allegations. So this video that they're talking about is this here. So this is them in the car. You can see that he's trying to get away. She's following after him. He's yanking away and he's about to hightail it. He did push off a little bit, but he was being attacked. So this wild, deranged mutt is chasing after Jonathan Majors, who is clearly trying to get away from the situation.
And almost got hit by a car.
So he didn't hit 8 blocks and she's chasing him. So we did have the footage. So the lawyer wasn't lying about having the footage back on March 26th. All right, so that's just replaying it. So she was grabbing on him. He put her back in the car so he could get away. So he walks away. She's grabbing on his arm. He's still trying to get away. He starts to run. She's still grabbing. He has to push off because she is still. Come on, man.
And that's what. And that's is that the part where they got him on? Was the part where he pushed her away to keep her off? That part right there.
I'm assuming that's where they got the assault charges. Like, but we seen clearly while they were in the vehicle, they were, he's trying to get away. He put her back in the vehicle.
I told people back then they didn't have a case then. That's why they had to pull up those text messages to like further incriminate him, because that's the only thing that they had. They didn't have a case. So they pulled all this other stuff. If that was the case, why did they get him on the lower charges and not the big ones? Because they didn't have a case. So they just had to get him on something because they didn't want him to be completely innocent. That's really all it boiled down to. I said that back then, and it looks like I'm saying it again now.
Yes, man. All right, so they had the evidence. They had this video. Well, it didn't get released because they just showed it in court. So now we're finally seeing it. Then it said they had witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode. Now there was, if it'll start back from the beginning, let me see. Now there was a person on the side of the street over here. So the driver didn't do anything. He just watched, but he had no statement. And then I guess this person probably was one of the witnesses. That person right there. And then I guess maybe somebody driving across the street or those people getting out the vehicle. All right. And then they had a woman who recanted the allegations. All right. So later on, March 26, 2023, Jonathan Majors' Army recruitment ads are paused after his arrest. So again, it was no innocent till proven guilty. It was guilty till proven guilty.
Yeah, because I remember when I went to go see Scream Six. No, was it Scream Six? And I saw that ad. Like, they always like to play like different ads before they show the previews of the trailers for movies. I remember seeing that ad in there, and then this turnaround happened. I was like, wait a minute. When I saw that they removed it, I said, I just saw that ad when I went to the movies like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it says shortly after the U.S. Army paused new advertising featuring Majors. Now, my whole thing is, I know this is off topic, but man, putting celebrities in Army recruiting videos, like nigga, you ain't in the military. Why would I join the military? Because so like Jonathan Majors is in the commercial. That was already dumb advertising about our U.S. Army, but that's
That
neither
was
here.
no different than them with them ICDC college they used to do back in the day. Romeo didn't go to college. They
Yeah, but
do it
I'm just
because they
saying, like, man, the Army, they could, man.
because they know what sells. They know like I agree because it doesn't make sense because he wasn't in the military, at least not to my knowledge. So I mean,
Yeah, it's like, man, you're a movie star. Like, come on, man, you ain't in the Army. You the furthest thing from it. But all right, let's see. The U.S. Army is aware of the arrest by the arrest of Jonathan Majors, and we are deeply concerned by the allegations surrounding his arrest. Laura D. Francisco, Public Affairs Chief of the Army Enterprise Marketing Office, said in a statement to People, we recently released 2 ads in which Mr. Majors appears. While Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull all our ads until an investigation into these allegations is complete.
then
Well,
what was
let
the
me tell
point of you
you
saying innocent to proven guilty? Then if you was going to pull the ad,
exactly. I was going to tell you in the military, perception is reality. So anytime you're accused of anything in the military, you're automatically assumed to be guilty. Everyone is disassociates with you. Leadership don't treat you the same way. Trust me, I've been in the military. I've beat 2 Article 15s. I was facing 7 years in federal prison, Leavenworth. I beat both cases. I know exactly how this is. You're guilty until proven innocent. So for them saying this is just all that BS. But it's the same way for even us regular folk in the military. So I understand why the military pulled this down because like SA, that definitely SA and DUIs is something that they don't put up with in the military. So I can see why they pulled this ad because we legit just had training last week. We had the training for suicide awareness and for like the SA. So I understand why they pulled it, but me personally, the whole marketing was stupid to even have them in the first place. 4 days later, March 30th, Jonathan Major's lawyer shares text from the alleged victim about the allegations. So this is where I started hearing some stuff here, and I started like hearing the chatter about the text messages and how she was basically, saying being insinuating that she was the one that was actually doing all of this. Um, they continue to maintain his innocent, disclosing alleged text messages that claim show the identified woman disavowed any allegations against the Marvel actor. So yeah, she said, "Man, it didn't happen. It wasn't going down like that." In the alleged text exchange between Majors and the woman, she wrote, "They assured me that they won't be charged. That you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight." The woman who said she just got out of the hospital wrote, "I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone." Again, this right here should have been enough. She said it was her fault. She grabbed his phone. He was trying to get away. They need to get rid of this protocol where they got to arrest somebody. That arresting somebody is, I mean, it like it's kind of a touchy subject because I know we did the article about the 2 people that were traveling and they just broke up, the girl and the boy, and then like the incident happened. But they shouldn't be charged. Okay, if you do arrest them, it should be like released the next day or something of that nature. Because arresting him in the protocol isn't like They told her one thing and another thing happened, but that's why you always supposed to get stuff in writing. I mean, I don't know. Uh, this whole thing just.
This is why I say, this is why I'm at the point, like, you know, if you want to go into Hollywood, go at your own risk. Because as you can see, your whole life is on display. One wrong move and that's it. Imagine you are on the top of your game, like you literally are popping up everywhere, and in one incident, gone, removed, tarnished, discarded.
Yeah, that's who it was, Mucello, Gabby Petito. Says the text message also showed that the woman saying this was not an attack and denying that Major strangled her. She allegedly wrote that the 911 call had to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior out of care. Now, I wonder when that audio was coming out with him on the phone, like what part of the timeline is that? Was that like prior to this incident or was it sometime around this? You know what I mean? The audio
Mhm.
that just got released like last week.
I think that
I
might
guess.
have been prior.
All right, let's see. Documents obtained by people show that the woman told police that Majors allegedly struck her about the face with an open hand, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind her ear. Wait, so he struck her about the face with an open hand, but it was a laceration behind the ear, as well as allegedly grabbed her hand and neck, causing bruising and substantial pain. So wait, how do you get slapped in the face, but it caused a laceration behind your ear? Unless it like hit your earring or something. Hmm. At the time, Carol Wick, CEO of Shardy Inc., who is on the UN Woman Violence Against Women expert roster, spoke to people about what the text messages might convey, saying, in part, at the end of the day, the message we all should be saying very clearly is it's never okay to have violence in your relationship, and understanding that violence is only a portion of what goes on. But with her saying this, she's directing it at Jonathan Majors. But we just seen up here, I told them it was my fault for trying to grab his phone. You see, they exclude that part. She's saying it should never have violence in a relationship, but we know that this is directly pointed at Jonathan Majors. But when we know for facts that she said that she started all of this.
Hmm.
A couple of weeks later, April 18th, people confirmed Jonathan Majors' public relations company has parted ways with the actor. In mid-April, people confirmed that Majors, the lead company public relations firm, stepped away from working with the Marvel star last month in the wake of his charges. In addition, Deadline reported that the talent management company Entertainment 360 stopped working with Major, citing sources. That same day, it was reported that Majors had been taken out of consideration for at least 2 upcoming film projects. Wait a minute, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty.
And he had a movie that was supposed to come out this month, but they shelved it. And at this point, I highly doubt it's going to be released.
That was before in Paris, but nobody's talking about her secretly recording him. Straight setup. Interesting. Well, we're about to go on a deep dive, y'all. We're gonna do this timeline, and we're about to find out everything we can. Okay. So his public relationship firm, that same day, his management company, his public relations firm, 2 upcoming films. They reported that Majors would no longer be starring in the upcoming film adaptation of Walter Mosley's 2004 novel, The Man in My Basement. So there go 3 projects that he was also expected to executive produce. The outlet added that he was no longer being considered for a biopsy about the late musician Otis Redding. So 4, 5, well, 2, 3, 4 projects. Damn. Additionally, Deadline reported that Creed 3 star will no longer appear in the ad campaign for Major League Baseball's Texas Rangers. Damn, boy. Were they in New York? In New York, no, you don't need consent in New York. We looked that up the other day. In the state of New York, it's a one-party consent. New York is a one-party consent state, which means that you can record conversations if you are if you are physically in the state and you are taking part in the conversation. Yeah, so in New York, it doesn't matter. You can just record anything in New York. Now, California, and I think Nevada also, it's a two-party, so you have to let them know that you're recording. And then what do? They pile on. So April 19th, a day later, after he gets dropped on 4 major projects, 2 in consideration, 2 that were in the working, Major League Baseball, his firm leaving him, and his management company, more alleged abuse victims of Jonathan Majors come forward. Now, I can't speak on all the other cases and all the other victims. I'm just going off of what we have here. The day after Majors was dropped from a handful of projects, Variety reported that multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors had come forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The next day, April 20th, Jonathan Majors' attorney shares evidence allegedly showing victim did not suffer any injury at the hands of the actor. Following Variety's report of more alleged abuse victims coming forward, Major's lawyer sent evidence to a New York court that reportedly shows the woman he allegedly assaulted uninjured and socializing in the hours after the incident that led to the actor's March 25th arrest. In a letter obtained by People, Major's attorney sent the New York County Criminal Court. The lawyer wrote that Major's team is hopeful that the district attorney's office will move quickly to dismiss the case. And detailed evidence, she wrote, was presented to the assistant district attorney Kelly Galloway's office on April 11th. So what day is this? The 20th. So 9 days prior to this, they sent the information and evidence to the district attorney's office. Okay. 7 days later, even with all the evidence, a judge grants Jonathan Majors' alleged victim full temporary order of protection. So the judge didn't take in consideration any of the evidence. He just said, maybe Jonathan Majors, you might need the temporary order of protection since, they mentioned the video early. They showed him running away. On April 27th, Doug Cohen, press secretary of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, confirmed that a judge granted full temporary order of protection for the victim per People's request and with the consent of defense counsel. At the time of arraignment, a limited temporary order of protection had been granted. They reacted to the news and People, saying that this is standard in cases such as this, and we consented because Mr. Majors wants nothing to do with the woman who assaulted him. So they're sticking to it. I mean, we have been transparent and cooperative with the district attorney, including giving the district attorney ample evidence, including witness statements, Mr. Majors' innocence. His lawyer continued. All right, man, we get it. Let's go down to May 9th. Well, see, this is exactly what we were just talking about. It's disturbing that even when presented with this evidence, the district attorney continues this false case.
Alvin Bragg. Alvin goddamn Bragg. That mofo right there. Anyone in this chat who's from New York, and I see a couple people, I know Mushi was in here, who's familiar with Alvin Bragg. That DA is so corrupt. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Bragg is doing a lot of stuff right now. There's a couple of cases that have been open. I'm gonna talk about on the More You Know. Um, Probably gonna do a little history breakdown of him and show how he got to where he is. Okay, virtually appears in court. So on May 9th, he virtually appears in court. Um, he had a short hearing following the March 25th arrest and arraignment. The actor spoke during the hearing only to confirm that he consented to appear at the hearing virtually rather than in person. Judge Rachel Pauley ordered Majors to appear in person for a hearing on the case scheduled for Tuesday, June 13th, at which point she will rule on a decision for a motion requested by defense. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. They keep talking about the irrefutable evidence. She's lying. The false case continues. The woman's claim location shift and her story morphs. His lawyer said in a statement, "This is a witch hunt against Jonathan Majors driven by baseless claims. Instead of dismissing the allegations in the face of the woman's clear lies, the DA has adjusted the charges to match the woman's new lies." So the story changed, her location shift, and then they gave the new charges. Because remember, initially he only had the harassment and assault, but then we found out that there were 8 charges on top of the original 2. So then she's accusing the DA of adjusting the charges to match all the new story that she was saying. So then we get into the relationship stuff. May 13th, about 2 months, a little under 2 months after, People confirms Jonathan Majors is dating Megan Good.
And I believe that's who was on the phone.
Yeah.
I believe that Megan Good was the other woman that Jonathan Majors was talking to, that she saw, that made her, I guess, do what she did. I'm standing firm on that one. Because the timeline adds up.
Yeah, it adds up. And then they officially start dating. I don't know, man, because
that means he was trying to get out of that relationship for a while then.
And it kind of makes you wonder. I know we ain't into no gossip or nothing over here, but it kind of makes you wonder, how long were they talking? Was it after divorce, or was it while the divorce was going on?
You mean from her husband?
Mm-hmm. Maybe there was a little bit of Unique and Raquel going on behind the scenes.
Oh God, you had to find a way to bring that damn show into this.
I'm just saying. The timeline adds up. Let me see something. Just give me a second. So June 22nd last year, she got a divorce. Okay. Let's continue. June 20th, 2023, Jonathan Majors appears in court with Megan Good. Now, let me ask you guys something. Well, yeah, but this goes for either side. Would you guys become official in your relationship with someone facing these charges? Now, I do believe that he was wrongfully accused for all of this, and this was a witch hunt, because we've seen the evidence. We just watched a video of what happened and him trying to run away from the situation. So this is kind of a tough thing, because for what we seen, man, he ain't do nothing. But I don't know, me personally, if I was dating a woman and she was into something like this, I don't know if I would be. I don't think we would be official with the relationship until I see what happens in this case. Now, if we were together prior to this happening, okay, but I don't know, man. That's just me.
Maybe that was maybe their PR team told them to do that.
See, and if that's another thing with me, all that, like, that PR team. This ain't the movie, man. This ain't Hollywood. This is your life, man. People ain't about to. I don't know, man. That's tough.
But
I
like I
never
said,
want
when
to
I
be in this situation.
yeah, but like I said, when I first saw them like stepping out together, I said, I wonder if Megan Good was the woman in the phone.
I mean, she probably was. I'm pretty sure more stuff is about to come out. Uh, Shout out to Tish Tales. She'll probably give us the information. She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. But yeah, it would look bad if she leaves him now. But these are misdemeanor charges, so they're not felonies.
Right. That's why I said it's like because when they were the heavier charges that they were going after and hitting him with either got dropped or he just wasn't found guilty of them. He got found guilty on the low tier charges. Low tier, meaning what with what they said, 1 year in jail or the 1 year probation.
So he can get this removed in New York.
But it says that it can stay on your. It says it can stay on your record forever, though.
Yeah, it has to be to have it removed. You have to have an expungement, so he can get it taken off. But I doubt that they're going to expunge it. Damn. Well, let's continue. June 20th, Jonathan Majors appears in court with Megan Good. They appear in court in New York City for a hearing with Good by his side. The pair were seen holding hands as they entered and exited the court together alongside Major's attorney. See, that's my thing with the whole PR. I'm in here fighting for my life, man. Not R. Kelly. But I'm in here fighting for like my livelihood and I'm losing all my endorsements. I don't have time for a PR team to be setting up like, hey, if we're gonna be in our relationship, let's just do that behind the scenes. I gotta be going to this courtroom serious. I don't know, man. I don't think that was a good image. Especially with it being a Ute woman. It's like, oh, you just left this innocent poor white woman, and you see what I'm saying? So to me, I didn't think that was. I don't know, man. I mean, I respect whatever they got going on. I really believe from the footage we seen, he ain't. Well, let's continue. During the hearing, the defense withdrew a motion it had previously entered during the May hearing, which Majors attended virtually. Judge Pauley then set an August 3rd date for trial in Majors' case. June 21st, Jonathan Majors files a domestic violence complaint against alleged victim in the assault case. Following his appearance on June 20th at the Manhattan Criminal Court, Majors went with law enforcement and filed a domestic violence incident report at the precinct in Manhattan's Chinatown neighborhood, near where the incident that led to his 25th arrest happened. In the complaint, Majors complained that the drunk and hysterical woman caused him pain and bleeding after the alleged assault. According to Insider, which obtained a copy of the report in a sworn affidavit, the actor also alleged in the report that the woman had attacked him in previous incidents, though he said he did not file reports in the past. Let's see if Disney's going to stay on this, but we got the article. Yeshakara and Devon Franklin was the one who filed for divorce from Megan Good. So allegedly, if we just looking at the timeline, June 2022 to March, it's 9 months in between. And then that text message came prior to that, so maybe about 7-8 months. This is getting interesting. July 31st, Marvel confirms that Jonathan Majors, despite everything that's going on, will appear in Loki season 2.
Which he did.
Majors returns as Kang Variants in Loki season 2, was previously teased in the end credits scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp. In July, Marvel confirmed he would be featured in season 2 as his character appeared in the official trailer. Well, they definitely wasn't about to scrap the whole thing for him. So August 3rd, he appears in court with girlfriend Megan Good. Early August, Major and his girlfriend Good appeared in court. The Marvel star made his second in-person appearance. Major's trial was initially expected to begin on August 3rd, but the attorney filed a motion to delay that trial. He accepted in court. Blah, blah, blah. September 6th, he appears in court virtually. Are they talking about anything? They said that they were ready for trial. There were some deficiencies. The discovery process, according to Deadline, Majors himself only spoke during the hearing to answer the judge's questions. So right now they're just giving us all the court dates that he showed up. We aren't really seeing anything. September 15th, my brother's birthday. His trial is delayed, pushed back a month and a half to October 25th. October 2nd, Loki executive producer Kevin Wright talks about Jonathan Majors' role. Ahead of the release, which features Majors, he who remains is Victor Timely, a variant of Kang, introduced in Ant-Man, blah, blah, blah. The show's executive producer Kevin Wright detailing how the actor's arrest didn't affect the show. This is the first Marvel series to never have any additional photography.
Not photography.
Hey, I was scrolling down and I said photography. Photography. Oh man. Hey man, there's a lot of reading. The story. Damn, man. All right, the story that is on screen is the story we set out to make. Wright explained. He went out there with a very specific idea. He wanted to be this, and to be found in a way to tell in the production. Blah 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 on screen. Disney Plus. When asked if there is any discussion about making changes amid Major's legal woes, Wright replied no, and that mainly came from I know as much as you do at the moment. Felt hasty. All right, bad. October 25th, a judge denies a request for dismissal of the Manhattan attorney's criminal case. So that's how we end up going to trial. The decision means Major will face trial. All right, hold on. Be a Blessing said she spent his money that same night at the club, then booked a ticket out of the country with his credit card.
Yeah, because remember that's when she had left the country and went back to her home because she's from Europe. I think she's from the UK. And that's why for a while that's why another reason why some of it got delayed, because they were looking for her. I said right then, y'all should have. I said if red flags wouldn't have went up at any other time, it should have went up right there. But they want to walk around here looking dumb.
So October 25th, Major's accuser, Grace Jabarr. See, it shouldn't have took this long to release her name. She was arrested and charged with assault and criminal mischief, as a spokesperson at the police department confirmed with People. According to the police, Jabarr, against whom Majors filed a domestic violence counter complaint in June, was issued a disappearance ticket, required to appear in court. In a statement obtained by People, her attorney, Ross Kramer, says, "We are disappointed that Ms. Jabarr had to face an arrest." Of course, everybody is. The DA already determined it was unwarranted. The DA office carefully reviewed all the facts of the case, concluded that Ms. Jabarr was the victim and not the perpetrator. In a court document filed previously, the DA office said that they informed that Jabarr's attorney on September 21st that they would decline to prosecute Ms. Jabarr if she were arrested. So the DA was already on her side.
I tell you that, Alvin Bragg.
So even now he filed the counter claim with the evidence saying that she started it. They said, well, we're not going to prosecute you.
Hey, but when I'm not sure if you're familiar with this other story that happened in New York a couple years ago with this woman named Maya Ponsetto, where she attacked this black boy at the hotel because she allegedly thought he stole her phone, and she went and she started to attack him, and the whole time her phone was in the cab. Alvin Bragg was over that too, and he didn't bring up no charges against her then either. I keep telling you, that guy is corrupt. Those in the chat who from New York know exactly what story I'm talking about. They let that woman go back to California because that's where she's from and wreak havoc over there before they finally extradited her ass right back to New York. All she had to do was sit still, but she couldn't even do that. She was a spoiled brat.
All right. So the 29th, he arrives in court to stand trial. Majors held hands with his girlfriend after they, man, y'all didn't have to give us this information. Let's see. December 13th, text messages from Jonathan to Grace are released. Let's see. So that's September. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn, I can't even type tonight. Keep this date in mind. Majors sent a leg text to Jabarr in September 2022. Now, I'm not that good at math. June, July, August. Torian, your story looks like it might be fitting the timeline, which were entered as evidence in the trial and released on court December 13. Well, this is him telling her not to go to the hospital for the injuries. In response to the message where Jabari said she couldn't sleep due to her head hurting, Majors allegedly wrote, "Last night I considered killing myself," which is these messages. Let's see. Responding to a message, he said, blah, 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 blah. Show us the text. Oh, here we go. So here's the text messages that were released from September 2022. And we heard, well, they released these December 13th. So last week is when they released these text messages. I will not go to the doctor if you don't feel safe with me doing so or don't trust me to. I promise I would never mention you, but I understand your fear. So this is her. And then this is him. You can't reject love as there's no real love. It's just lip service. I gave you love last night and this morning before I got out the bed. When you got up and you were not full of love at all. What? When you got up, you were not full of love at all. I didn't feel it at all. You could have just given me a hug or walked close to me or asked me if you could give me a hug. Not the other way around. It works both ways. I will probably meal myself. It's not really. Yeah. He was smart to not put that in there. I would probably meal myself. It's not really contemplating anymore. What? So he gave her love last night. When she got out the bed, she didn't ask him for a hug, and he didn't feel like she was full of love. Man, what the hell? And they entered this into evidence? What? Wait, let me see. Who entered this into evidence?
Remember when I kept telling you that they didn't have enough for this case, that they would just throw anything at the wall to see if it sticks? Well, there is one of the things they threw at the wall.
I'm saying, who entered this evidence, though? Was it the defense or was it the prosecutor? Because if this is the defense, they shouldn't have entered this because this doesn't make any sense. Like this right here, I'm gonna be honest.
It said it came from the district attorney.
Where does it say that at?
Go back down to the text. Under the go down a little bit where it says Exhibit 18 photo, District Attorney of New York. So that's where it came from. I'm telling you, that damn Alvin Bragg. I keep telling people about this dude.
To play devil's advocate, the prosecutor putting this in there, that's a good move because this doesn't make any sense and this kind of looks self-incriminating. last night. Like, come on, man. Like, this right here, I ain't gonna lie to you, if I'm in a jury and I'm listening to this doesn't, you can't reject love if there is no real love. Okay, he's saying you can't say you don't love me because there's no real love there. It's just lip service. I gave you love last night and this morning before I got out of bed. When you got up, you were not full of love at all. Nigga, what? I didn't feel it at all. You could have just given me a hug or
What
walked
did her
close.
part say?
She said she's not going to the doctor if she don't if he didn't feel safe with her doing so. And she wouldn't mention his name, but she understands his fear. This don't the prosecutor, the DA putting this in there, that I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I still don't believe he did what he did from the footage that we seen for what he's being charged for. None of this is he's being charged for. This is just trying to show that he has a history. But this does look bad. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. Let's see. Is that it? All right, here we go. You could have just given me a hug or walked close to me or asked me if you could give me a hug, not the other way around. It works both ways. So I guess he asked her for a hug or gave her a hug. And he's saying you should have did it, but that's why he said you can't reject love if there's no real love, because they had sex the night before and that morning, but she didn't act like she liked it, I guess, because he said he didn't feel it at all. Like she wasn't giving him a hug. I don't know, man. This looks bad. And then, oh, damn it, bro. I'm a monster, a horrible man, not capable of love. I am killing myself soon. I've already put things in. See, he didn't turn himself into the bad guy. He called himself a monster. Now look, now she's the saving grace. Jonathan, you can't do this. I'm going to have to call somebody. I'm sorry for not hugging you this morning. I really am. I was sleepy and disoriented by the fact you thought I would break your necklace. I love you so. This dude, oh man, come on, Jonathan. You incriminated yourself with these messages. Oh, goodness. I never took time to read none of these, but come on, man. You made yourself the monster. You made yourself the horrible man. You felt so bad about what you did, you thought about unaliving yourself. Oh, and now she became the innocent white woman. Oh, Jonathan, you can't say stuff like this. I'm gonna have to call someone. Damn. Damn. Yeah, we gotta like if we being honest, we gotta give Torian. I know you don't like the prosecutor. I know you don't like the DA, but you gotta give him credit for entering this into this case. You gotta like that's a W right there, man. That's you turned yourself into the damn you turned yourself into the monster, a horrible man. So now all this looks like is manipulation. Like up here, you talking about all this love and stuff just to turn around and say you're the bad guy. Is that it? Oh, here we go. September 22nd. It's just a fake, and I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions, and as I don't think you actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you do lie and they suspect something. If I'm in the jury, I'm reading this, I'm like, dog, this nigga was whooping her ass, bro. If you're the jury and you seen these text messages, what are you thinking, Torian?
You dealing with somebody unstable.
Man, if I'm reading this, like Like if I always try to put myself in the jury. I'm just trying to get all the evidence. If I'm reading this, I know it don't have anything to do with these charges, but I'm like, all right, in this case here, September 22nd, this nigga was on something different. But she said, let's see. They must have blocked out like names and numbers or something here. I would tell the doctor I bump my head if I go. I'm going to give it one more day, but I can't sleep and I need some stronger painkillers. That's all. Why would I want to tell them what really happened when it's clear I want to be with you? What? I feel like you want to be together, as in not to embarrass yourself for everything you've said to your friends and family. Last night, I considered unaliving myself versus coming home. You said you needed love last night, and I put my feelings aside and tried to give you that. I need love too. Or maybe I'm such a monster. Hey, quit saying that. Maybe I'm such a monster and a horrible man that I don't deserve it and should just off myself anyway. This way of existence is miserable.
That's a very now see when I now this is the definition of a grade A toxic relationship. That's why I said he checked out of that relationship a long time ago.
Yeah, he needs a psyche back. Man, this nigga needs his phone taken from him. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Over 4 days of testimony last week, Jabarr told the jury that her boyfriend of more than a year and a half had often slipped into easy rage and aggression. Well, we know at the turn of a moment, he could be talking about love and then he could turn into a monster. See, man, like this is the prosecution did exactly what they were supposed to do. Now, with the testimony saying that he would slip into rage and aggression, when we see this, it goes from I love you and you weren't full of love to I'm a monster. So it's believable, man. Let's see. Let's continue.
And they probably look at the optics, and they probably look at the optics of you have this big black man and this little small white woman. So of course, how they gonna look at it?
Exactly. And that's why I said these messages right here. Jonathan, you can't say this. I'm going to have to call someone. I'm sorry for not hugging you this morning. I really am. I was sleepy and disoriented.
But also at the same time, it's very easy for her to weaponize those tears at the same time. She knows what she's doing as well. In my opinion, she's not innocent at all.
Oh no, I don't believe she's innocent at all either. That's all the text messages there. All right, so let's go back to the timeline. So this was September 2020. Oh, remember that date. Remember that date. Like you said, he already checked out. So there was a little 3-month gap in between the actual divorce and September 22nd. So maybe he already checked out because there was someone else. But all right. December 13th, the actor tried to convince his then girlfriend not to go to the hospital for injuries she sustained after an argument between the two. In response, a message where Jabarr said she couldn't sleep. We did that. We'll not go to the doctor. We did that. Majors again threatened to unalive in a response to Jabarr not hugging him after a fight. He's not really contemplating anymore. He allegedly followed up with another message. I am a monster, a horrible man, not capable of love. I'm off of myself soon. I've already put things in motion. All right, now here we are, current day. A couple of hours ago, December 18th, Jonathan Major is found guilty in his misdemeanor assault trial. The trial drew close on December 18th when Major was found guilty of a misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree, reckless causing physical injury, and harassment in the 2nd degree. The actor was found not guilty of misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree with the intent to cause physical injury and misdemeanor aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree. During her closing statements, his lawyer tried to refocus the case on race, claiming that Majors had been presumed guilty because he was a black man accused by a white woman. That's exactly what both of us said. They took a look at Mr. Majors and made up their minds. His lawyer said, of the responding police officers, they decided who the victim and who was the criminal. At the end of the statements, Majors and Good both broke into tears. Damn. That's December 14th. That's the closing remarks last week. So let me see. Here we go. So we just went through a timeline. Took us roughly an hour, but we seen the video footage of him running. We seen text messages from the year prior, September. We're going to get into some of the audio. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We will start doing more articles, especially like this. And then we're also going to talk about Marvel and Jonathan Majors.
To answer Nelly Mac 91 question, yes, Aaron Bragg is a black man. He's a good old pet. And they fired him with the quickness. That means they was ready. They was ready to pull that trigger immediately.
Yeah, they already had that press release already printed up, good to go. All right, Jonathan Majors was found guilty of 2 assault charges, domestic dispute. All right, let's see. The New York jury found actor Jonathan Majors guilty of 2 misdemeanor charges, domestic assault against his then girlfriend, March of this year.
It was the push off.
Say again?
It was the push off.
Yeah.
When he was pushing her away to get her away from him, that's what did it.
Either that, or if you look closely, it looks like he picks her up and puts her back in the vehicle. Like, look, off the ground. So they're not going to press charges on her stalking this man down like that? That's messed up. All right. So the verdict marks the end of a high-profile case that began with Majors' arrest March 26th. The night before, the Creed 3 star and his girlfriend, Jabarr, an actor and dancer, got an intense altercation while riding in the SUV on the way to Majors' apartment. Who is this? His mom? Sister? Oh, that's probably his mom over here. Probably like his sister or something. Jury convicts Jonathan Majors 2 domestic charges and split verdict.
You see that look in his eyes, like he looking dead in that camera. Like I said, if looks could kill, could cut, like that thing could cut through steel.
They said he chased him down.
But hey, for everybody in the chat, this right here is how he's going to begin his villain arc. And I'm not talking about Kane the Conqueror. I'm talking about his actual villain arc. I'm going to be waiting on the book. I'm telling you, a book is going to come from this because the press is going to be all over. There's going to want to be asking a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, but you know, that little company that we just seen, man, they about to protest against it. You already know they're going to try to stop that. I mean, it'll come out. It'll be a #1 seller, but you know, it's going to be a lot of pushback to try not to get it to come out because of all the truth. And then they're definitely going to release a lot more evidence inside of that book. Because I'm pretty sure he got stuff like security footage like at the house or something of her acting a damn fool. Let's see. Jabarr testified in court that things turned physical after she noticed romantic text messages on Majors' phone. When Jabarr grabbed the device from his hand, Majors twisted her arm in a position that caused her excruciating pain and struck her in the head. So he grabbed her arm and allegedly.
And the thing is, he probably wasn't even intentionally doing it, but because she was being so damn erratic, she probably went and twisted her own arm, but his hand was in her arm, or her arm was in his hand. So that's why she said it like that.
He was trying to grab the phone, and then she turned, and then her hand went back. Like
she
that.
did it. She injured herself.
Hey,
man, all I'm gonna say is this: Jonathan Major better be lucky this is not during Jim Crow.
shit, they about to Jim Crow his ass now. Even with these being misdemeanors, ain't no more money coming. That book gonna be your only like. Now they hurt your pockets. It's a modern day lynching.
And that was the whole goal. That's why I said Hollywood is wicked. It
You
just
know what's next?
is.
The civil case is next. The civil case is next. He's already been found guilty of this, so emotional distress, paranoia, people hitting her up, calling her a liar, threats. You know the civil case is next. So when Jabarr grabbed the device, so she got up there and testified. She stole this man's phone. He tried to get his phone back. When Jabarr grabbed the device, say it again.
And see right there, she admitted it that he took the phone, that she took the phone from him and he tried to get it back. But notice she keeps mentioning about he twisted her arm. But the thing is, like I was saying, I bet you it's because when he tried to get the phone, she twisted her own arm. She ain't gonna say that though.
Yeah,
because that would incriminate her. And why didn't they get her? Because technically her taking his phone, wouldn't that be theft? He didn't give her consent to take her phone, to take his phone.
She stole his phone and he tried to he had every right to get his phone back. Now, like, come on, man. Like, if she gets up there and says she started all this, her testimony is, I grabbed his phone. He twisted my arms in reaction to me stealing his phone. He then
all they heard was he twisted her arm.
Exactly. Majors then took his phone back, got out of the vehicle, and took off running through the streets of Lower Manhattan as Jabarr chased after him. Street surveillance footage presented. Go ahead.
And another thing too, remember that audio where he said you need to act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama? Did you hear that?
Yeah. I'm gonna get to that. That's what I say. I'm gonna get to that audio and stuff also. So it makes sense now. She grabbed the phone. He took the phone back and twisted her arm. That's when he gets out the vehicle. She chases him. He puts her back in the video so he can get away. And she continues to stalk this man down
for 8
who was trying to get away from this situation. That's what's saying, like the text message, okay, that's just showing it. They just trying to show like a history. But for me, just looking at this and they were to show me that footage, oh yeah, man, shit. She said, I heard her say she took his phone. He tried to get his phone back. If a little kid take my phone and try to run, what am I do? I'm gonna grab the phone from him. Now I ain't gonna twist their arm, but I'm gonna grab my phone from him. If an adult takes my phone, I'm gonna grab my phone from him. Now if their arm get twisted, they shouldn't have took my phone.
Marv C said, how you tell a white girl to act like a black woman? It wasn't necessarily saying saying to her to act like a black woman. He was basically telling her to have class, to behave yourself, act like a lady. Because this woman is literally, literally Grace Jabarr is a party girl. She's a ratchet. I always tell you, ratchet doesn't have a color. A lot of people think ratchet just is associated with black people. No. Grace Jabarr is a party animal. She goes out, she parties, she gets drunk, and acts like she wasn't in a whole relationship. She was in a relationship, but she was still acting like a single woman. Now, I don't know if it went as far as her like cheating on him or anything like that, but she was still acting like she wasn't in a relationship. So when he said that, he wasn't telling her to act like a black woman. He just used them as examples. Now, on the flip side of that, a lot of people was like, why would you use them as an example? There were other classy white women you could have used as an example besides, 2 black women.
What was he going to say? Hillary Clinton?
No, you could have said Princess Diana.
Man, Princess Diana left the prince, man. That wouldn't have been good.
But she
And
was
she
still
went and started,
she was still well, she was well, I'm not going to get into that on this one.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna leave that one alone because it's a like the rabbit hole goes deep with that one. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, but she disrespected the royal family and started dating a regular person.
That's because they disrespected her, and guess what? They hated the fact that she was able to still thrive even as a commoner. So there you go.
Yeah, well, we know how that ended. R.I.P. to the queen. Let me see. He faced 4 misdemeanor charges: assault, aggravated assault, blah blah. He was ultimately convicted of 3rd-degree assault and 2nd-degree harassment. Majors filed a countersuit against Jabarr in June, alleging that he was actually the one who was assaulted after Jabarr saw text messages from another woman on his phone. But prosecutors declined to file charges against her. During the trial, Jabarr detailed the couple's sometimes tumultuous and volatile relationship, which began when they met in August 2021 on the set of Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp, in which Majors starred as the villain Kang. All right, bet. In 2021, and Majors allegedly cited her for bringing up an ex-dog. And in the summer of 2022, Jabari recalls the actor berated her via text for attending the Glastonbury music festival in England.
Aha, there it is. Told you, party girl. What was she doing at that music festival?
This nigga, man, if you got to go through all of this, bro, and I'm a regular nigga and I don't put up with none of this. If I had some money in my pocket, I definitely wouldn't be putting up with this. She brought up an ex's dog. He got on her ass about that. Then he berated her via text message attending the music festival in England. She added that Majors, who did not testify during the trial, would threaten to kill himself
Do you think
after conflicts.
Do you think he should have testified?
Hell no. If he would have testified, they would have got his ass, man. We didn't see them text messages. Boy, they would have been on his head. There's no way you can come back. So what do you mean you're a monster, Jonathan?
True.
Like, when you said you were contemplating offing yourself, how were you going to do it, Jonathan? What motion? You see, no, hell no. Damn, man. Like, as far as what we seen, like I said, as far as what we seen on this footage in the testimony for this incident, he didn't do anything wrong. Now, all this other shit, I mean,
yeah, that's why I keep saying they brought all this stuff in there because they needed the power on. If they did not have this, he probably would have been found guilty of nothing. But they had to put all of those text messages and stuff in front of the jurors to sway their decision. If they did not have that, he probably would have been found not guilty on everything.
Well, you got to give the prosecution a W for this. They went above and beyond to make this work.
All I'm going to say is this, put a pin in this. So the next time this does happen with someone who say is not black, we can refer back to this. And the thing is, we don't even have to do that. It's been done several times.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see this. We'll probably see, but it'll just be swept up under the rug. You ain't going to hear much about it.
I'll give you a perfect example, Mo. Look at Ezra Miller. How many assaults has he been in over the years? And they still released that crappy Flash movie. But I know why. I already told people why. He got the Trinity on his side. Same with Alec Baldwin. He killed somebody.
Oh,
accident or not, they still let him work. They let him go back to the set, the scene of the crime, as I like to call it.
Yeah, they bring him back, though, for his charges. Yeah, they about to get him.
No, Eric, Ezra never spent one day in court. Well, did he? I'm not sure. Did he? If he did, it didn't amount to nothing.
Yeah, Marv, his Jonathan Major's lawyers could have tried to get those old text messages dismissed because it didn't have anything to do with this case. She admitted that she was the one that started all of it. She took the phone and he ran from her. So it's like, I mean, I don't be knowing, man. She said, I felt like I had to keep a lot of secrets from everyone. She said, I felt very isolated. It was confusing. I felt scared of him, but quite dependent on him. Their relationship continued because I loved him, she told the jurors. What the hell is this? Hello to you, dear reader from Germany. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm not giving y'all no €2 either. What the hell is this? Man, what the fuck? Oh, this is okay. That's the end of the. That's the end of the
article. I'm like, what are you reading?
Yeah, this is, hello to you, dear reader from Germany. When the former Albanian dictator, like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Evan Hogervort. This is the nigga. Hey, is this the dude from Inside Job? Remember when they were playing it? Remember they were like, who is speaking on here? He said, oh, I know that. My ex-wife was Albanian. And remember she said, is this the dude?
I never saw Inside Job.
I mean, not the Inside. Is it the Inside Job? With Denzel Washington, he was the
Inside Man?
Yeah, the Inside Man.
I'm about to say the Inside Job.
Man, shit, I know it was Inside something. Denzel. Not the Equalizer. Yeah, I think that's who they were talking about. Evner Hokovich or Hokova.
That is nowhere near how you pronounce that last name.
Hoxha. Evner Hoxha. I think that's him. Let me see. I know, yeah. I just gotta see this because we are on my. I told you.
Yeah, I just saw that
movement. Boy, hey man, I knew that was who she said that was. Damn, boy, I know my history. All right, here we go. Marvel will part ways with Jonathan Major after guilty verdict.
They already had in my opinion, they had already parted ways with him.
Yeah, after the Loki stuff went down, they were just like, man, that's it. We'll drop that and that'll be it because that'll be over with before the court case. I mean, before the actual trial date. All right. Mr. Major was convicted of misdemeanor. We got that. Attacking his girlfriend in the car. The company dropped the actor shortly after. Shortly after, a 6-person jury in Manhattan announced a verdict. Marvel Studios parted ways with the actor.
For a misdemeanor. Like, really keep that in mind. For a misdemeanor. To those in the chat, put a pin in that one too. A misdemeanor can get you fired from something as cliche as what I'm about to say sounds, as major as this. Keep in mind, he wasn't a small character. This, like, they were literally building these next few phases around his character. That means now Marvel gonna have to listen. Marvel's already in the rut as it is. So now they about to be even more in the hole. Pause. With all these delays.
Well, if Marvel, you're out there listening and you parted ways, I got the perfect solution for you.
Canvas.
Avengers! Assemble.
Canvas.
Marvel, if you watching, I'll leave right now and head back to the States. What you need. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I'll take the road. What you need. I hit the gym right now, baby. I get off this live right now.
Mo, are you sure about that? You were just running around the other day doing a dance and you was out of breath real fast.
Yeah, that's dancing, nigga. I'm gonna be King the Conqueror, nigga. I ain't gonna be doing no damn. Be whooping ass.
Then they gonna be gonna be complaining about why is Kane light skin. You know what's coming.
Hey, well, they gonna have to blackface me in that month. Yay. I'll be out there. Hey, if they need somebody, holla at me.
I heard them. They kept mentioning John Boyega. I said they're not bringing John Boyega back. Not after he done this Disney. After how he got treated with Star Wars, they ain't bringing him back. And I'm sure he wouldn't run back either.
Y'all laughing. Wait. All right. Wait till I get back in the gym. Y'all didn't know me prior to YouTube. Your boy was fit, so you'll see.
Jonathan Major's gonna have at this point. Jonathan Major's gonna have to go independent.
Come March, I'm gonna be right. Y'all gonna be like, damn, Mo, you should be in a Marvel movie. You might be the next Captain America. Either the Captain America or the first.
They already got a Captain America.
Yeah, I'm talking about Phase 6.
They already got him for Phase 6.
Muchella gonna say Tubi. Come on, man. Tubi, really? I can do better than Tubi. They can at least put me on a Peacock.
Now, I think Moochie was responding to my comment when I said that Jonathan Major might have to go independent, and that's why she said Tubi.
Oh, he could get on Tubi. Tubi don't give a damn.
They would be glad. They would be glad to have him.
Hey, y'all act like they ain't got CGI. Let's get back on the article, y'all. I was just throwing that out there. If they need me, if they need me, I already got my theme music. Okay, so the jury acquitted. Here we go. This is what I wanted to know. Shortly after the 6-person jury in Manhattan announced the verdict, Marvel Studios parted ways with the actor, a spokeswoman for the company said. The jury acquitted Mr. Majors on 2 counts that required prosecutors to show that he had acted with intent, one of assault and one of harassment. But jurors found Mr. Majors guilty on the 2 other charges after more than 5 hours of deliberation. So he didn't act on intent. He was just trying to get his phone back.
Mm-hmm.
He was found guilty of assault and harassment. Where'd the harassment come from?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, that's the one that confuses me the most, is the harassment part.
Yeah, like
after all, she chased him 8 blocks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was hawking him down like she was the prey.
I hope he's able to appeal this.
Yeah, he gotta, man. Hey, you gotta take this to the Supreme Court, bro. Because if they couldn't prove the intent for the assault,
I really hope that him and his attorneys are able to appeal this.
What? That don't make sense. So the prosecutors couldn't show that he acted in it with intent. So that means none of
that's why I said, and I'm gonna keep repeating it. They had to find him guilty of something. They were not going to let him just walk completely scot-free. That's why I'm questioning like this whole thing. Like, it's so confusing. I mean, it's not confusing. You know, I have to remember I'm not on my channel. I have to remember I am not on my channel. But for those of y'all who can read between the lines, know exactly what I'm talking about.
misdemeanor charges, there must only be 6. Okay, I thought so. So 6 with 4 alternates and misdemeanor charges. All right, so that's why. So all 6 found them. Man, they were just sitting in there for 5 hours and didn't want to come back, man. Because I would have been like, nah, I don't know about this one. If they couldn't prove any of these other ones of him acting with intent, then he didn't act with intent for none of the charges. Because all of it came from the same moment. Oh man, this is fucked up right here. Now we need to see who the jurors were. Mr. Majors hopes of salvaging his career by proving his innocent in the March altercation. His future in the film industry is now clouded, and he could face just under a year in jail. What?
Mm-hmm.
His
And the other one is probation.
February 6th.
And the other one is probation. They didn't put probation on there, but the probation is the other option. Is either the 1 year in jail or the under 1 year in jail or the 1 year probation.
Whoa. I got a misdemeanor. There shouldn't be any talks of jail time.
You said probation or community service at best?
For a misdemeanor? Hell yeah. There should be no jail time.
Eric said it was a split verdict.
Oh man, let me look up his lawyer's name. I gotta send him an email and tell him if I ever get in trouble in New York, you better not ever come and try to take my case. Even though I can't afford y'all. Whoa. He could face just under a year in jail for a misdemeanor. Mr. Majors, 34, wearing a gray suit and gray suede shoes, did not visibly react to the verdict other than to squint slightly and to wrinkle his forehead. That's what he was doing in that movie before he went to go talk to Creed, before he went to go talk to Adonis. Remember he was acting weird?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's that picture you was talking about. Oh, Lord. He left the courthouse without comment. The jurors found him guilty of reckless assault and harassment after a whirlwind 2-week trial in which the actor, like most defendants, did not testify. Instead, the courtroom heard from his now ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabarr, 30, who described in detail the altercation that left her ear bloody and finger fractured. On her first day of testimony this month, she gave jurors a full account of what happened, speaking publicly for the first time about the episode. She said that Mr. Majors had received a flirty text from another woman and that she had grabbed his phone out of his hand. So first of all, she was invasion of privacy, looking over his shoulder. How could you see a flirty text on this man's phone? That's why you got to have a privacy screen on your phone for nosy mo-oafs like that. First, she said he tried to pry her fingers away. Then he twisted her hand and arm. So he tried to take his phone away from her that was stolen from him in his own vehicle that was stolen from him. He tried to pry her fingers away. She continued to resist arrest. Then he twisted her hand and her arm. He applied a little bit of pressure to try to get his phone that she stole from him. Next, she said, I felt like a really hard blow across my head. That was you doing all this running around trying to get the phone from him, and you knocked your head on his hand, or you probably headbutted him. So listen, eventually she said Majors asked the driver to stop the vehicle. Video that the jurors watched showed Mr. Majors jumping out, followed by Miss Jabarr. So he tried to get his phone. He even said, hey, stop, because I'm going to leave this situation. I'm going to diffuse the situation and be the bigger man and walk away. He turned around and picked her back up. That's what we seen in the video. So, hey, pull over. He turned around, picked her back up, put her in the vehicle. She's still grabbing on him. Of course, he's trying to push her off like, hey, get off of me so I can get the hell out of here. She jumps out the vehicle. He's walking away, diffusing the situation. She continues to attack him like a pack of wild hyenas. He pushes off so he can create some separation. He then goes into a full 40-foot sprint. Then he turns into a 100-meter dash. He crosses the street. She's not paying attention because she's probably drunk and intoxicated. There's vehicles coming. He clears the street. She's not paying attention. She almost gets hit. Jonathan Majors is still trying to get away from this devil, this she-devil who is chasing him down, who stole his phone. Now we're in court. Where are we at now? He turned around, picked her up. He placed her back in the car, appearing to push her back. That's what we talk about. And when she tried to get out. The Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin L. Bragg, Torian's favorite guy, sent in an email that the trial had demonstrated the psychological and emotional abuse that is far too common in domestic violence cases. He thanked the jury for their service and Miss Jabarr for bravely telling her story despite having to relive her trauma on the stand. Mr. Major's lawyers argued that it was Miss Jabarr who had assaulted their client, and they unleashed a attack on her during the trial, casting her as a liar who sought revenge for Mr. Majors as he strayed. They asked the jurors to focus on Miss Jabarr's actions after the altercation with the actor. She had to run into 3 strangers who attempted to console her and then had gone out clubbing with them, returning home hours later. So, after she chased this man in a full-out sprint, musty, she put her jacket back on and went to the club and bought a section. She didn't care about what happened.
Yep, and it's even I think it's even footage of her at that club or like imagery or outside of a club or something like that, as if nothing to. You know what type of video? You know I have I have a sector of videos on my channel that is the perfect title for her.
Oh, I know, but it gets deeper. But prosecutors urged jurors to remain focused on what had happened in and directly outside the car. Well, if the jurors remain focused on what happened inside the vehicle, they would know that Miss Jabarr stole this man's phone. Miss Jabarr withheld his personal property inside of his own vehicle from him without his consent. Miss Jabarr then began to tussle with him so he couldn't get his own phone back. If they focused on what happened directly outside the vehicle, they would see that he told the driver to stop and he got out the vehicle first. She began to attack him again. What did he do? He just picked her up and put her back in the vehicle so he could close the door and have the driver send her home while he took a late night jog back to the crib so he could cool off and gather himself because he was attacked. But the jurors did not focus on what happened directly in the vehicle or what happened directly out of the vehicle. They disregarded everything that they seen and they listened to the prosecutor in the text messages from September 2022, which should have got dismissed from the case. But let's continue. A judge prevented the actor's lawyers from detailing evidence that convinced at least one police detective that there was probable cause to arrest Ms. Jabarr in October, months after the incident. So even the judge prevented the actor's lawyers from detailing evidence. Now, we had all of this evidence, but the jurors, they weren't focused on that. They were focusing on the non-detailed evidence from September 2022.
Exactly. That, like I said, that's why they said it was a witch hunt. That's why they said it was a witch hunt. Because in the trial, you're supposed to only focus on this evidence that's supposed to be based solely on the trial, not outside stuff. But again, Mo, well, you're not. Well, I can't even say. Well, I'm gonna say it, but you're not even in the establishment. Isn't America just grand? Don't you just love this justice system and how fair and balanced they claim it is?
Dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? I might go take the bar, man. I might go take the bar.
You want to go be so you want to go try to be a lawyer?
Nah, I'm gonna be a lawyer. That's what I'm gonna be. By the law. I might go take the bar one time.
So you're gonna try to be Johnny Cochran?
Yeah,
oh man, how I miss Johnny Cochran. Jonathan needed Johnny.
Jamie Foxx played that lawyer. I just watched that movie. He did a hell of a job too. Damn. That's crazy. Let's continue. So let's see what this evidence is that convinced one police detective to arrest her. NYPD has evidence to arrest a woman. Oh, here we go. Y'all always trying to get someone to buy us. Ain't nobody trying to cancel the pause.
Is that the New York Times? Of course it is. Always got to put a paywall up there.
I got a way around that.
So much for that, right?
Oh,
They
I'm
was
on
like,
my German. I ain't turn on my I ain't turn on my VPN. If you most of the time if you go in your incognito mode, you can get in there. Okay, here we go. So we didn't get that. A lawyer for Mr. Majors was defined in a statement arguing that jurors had not believed Ms. Jabari's story because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries. We are disappointed, however, that despite not believing Ms. Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless. She said, again, accusing Mr. Jabari of attacking him. She added that Mr. Majors still has faith in the process and looks forward to fully clearing his name. Now, the crazy thing, though, if we're just going to be honest, even if he clears his name from this, it's going to take a while for people to start working with him. Now, one thing I will say is if he can get this to the Supreme Court and get all this dismissed, we know for a fact 50 Cent won't care. 50 Cent will put him in something. That's why that's my dog, man.
we shall see. My question to you is, Mo, one, do you think that Jonathan Majors can bounce back from this? And two, if you think he can, how long do you think the process will be?
For something like this, well, I think him bouncing back at least, like, we got to see what the time frame, like excluding the potential year in jail. Let's just say he takes that 1 year off for everything he got to do. I say at least 2 years before we like actually see him. So probably like 2025, the end of 25, 26, we'll probably see him in like a small role or something, putting together a documentary, or he honestly might just step away from all this and just like executive produce stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But definitely, because I mean, look at Will Smith. Will Smith slowly like integrated himself back in, and that was slapping Chris Rock. But of course, with this, we know there's more behind it because of the race. But yeah, I definitely don't. I don't see him in nothing unless he can. He's gonna have to fight this. He's gonna have to take this to the Supreme Court. He's gonna have to appeal it. Now, if he can get all of this like taken off and he ends up beating it, maybe the earliest is 2025. But you know that the legal system is gonna back this up as long as possible.
But the one major thing is that his reputation definitely took a hit. And that was the whole goal.
No, Sakar, we're talking about in the future. He said hypothetically, if he bounces back, when do we think we'll see him? I'm saying like after all of this clears, if he can clear his name, like yeah, Trey Songz got his own allegations going on too. So as of right now, yeah, 50's not going. I'm just talking about in the future. We were saying if he bounces back and he does get his career back on track, I'm saying it'll take a while before we actually see him in like any films or anything. I mean, shit, we don't know how much money he got. Let me see. Let's get a rough estimate. $550,000 salaries, man. This nigga living like me. About 7 million.
I'm about to say he got to be having made way more than 550K. And the crazy part about it is all of Jonathan Majors' roles that he's done have been like major supporting roles and leading roles.
Yeah, we can.
Rarely was he ever like a background character. Like he's always been somewhere in the front.
Yeah, we can probably say roughly. Let's just say 5 million. He got 5 million. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel for the brother because in this instant, man, he ain't.
Well, I know one thing's for sure. He ain't gonna go back and play in the snow. So at least he shouldn't. I know that's not funny, but I mean, I just had to throw that out there. Cautionary tale.
Shit, nigga, you just can't be fucking with these party girls, man. No matter who they are, man. Ms. Jabari. So wait, Ms. Jabari hopes that her actions will inspire other survivors to speak out and seek justice. Yeah. So now she done flipped all the way on them, but I thought I don't know. In an
And I wanted,
unusual
and I wanted to
proceeding.
see that. I wanted to see that Magazine Dreams movie. Man, that the premise of that looked like it was gonna be dope in an original film. Especially since I know a lot of people who do physique competitions too. That would have been dope to see on screen. That was going to be his Oscar contender right there. Like they already hyped it up for that. Now that's gone. That's done.
Yeah, it says the studio removed it from his calendar in October amid the actor's legal troubles. The company declined to comment on the verdict. Shit, Marvel intended to build several films around his character.
Yeah,
Scheduled for
because I already
2020.
seen some people online already like cracking jokes and saying like, oh, he's gonna get recast, bring in Doctor Doom. I can't tell you how many Doctor Doom memes I saw on Twitter before I came on here. You had a lot of people saying, oh, he's getting what he deserved, the usual suspects, yada yada yada, and so on and so forth. I'm like, yeah, they're taking their quote unquote victory lap right now because they're seething at this. They are enjoying this. They did the same thing with Tory Lanez.
Oh man, free Tory. All right, here go the recording. I'll play the recording and then I'm gonna get out of here because it's almost 1:00. Let me see. Yes,
I keep getting you are hours ahead, and that's fine too because in 2 hours I gotta take notes for episode 3 of the documentary because tonight's the final episode.
Let me see. Jonathan Majors. All right, we're on Variety. I accept. The text message we already read. Hey, word to the wise to all my brothers in here, man. Don't be texting no silly shit like this and don't ever incriminate yourself. Ladies, you too. Do they got the audio? I'm not about to read all this.
Oh, that's the one about the Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
that looks like that just looks like text.
I guess we ain't gonna hear it tonight because I'm not reading all of that. But he did say, I would like to get to a point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission. Get me?
But did you see the verse part where he says, how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of the house? Like I told you, she's a damn party girl. That's who he was dating. That's really what the conversation was from. He was mad that she came home late, drunk, out of her mind, and he probably was trying to get in contact with her. She wasn't responding maybe to his calls or his texts. He was probably genuinely worried about her, and he was frustrated that she wasn't responding. But the way that they could frame it is if him just being this overbearing, abusive partner.
All right, I got y'all real quick. I got it. Forget it. Majors. Be doing right now, period. This is actually period. Do you understand that? Yeah. Do you really love me? Do you really? Yes. Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I'm sorry. I would like to get to a point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission. Get me? Yeah, I won't. No. Do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be of a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. Do you know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife. I know, I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry. Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just going to say this. my temper, my shit, all that. All that said, right? And let's say I am a great man, a great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, the work that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. I'm sorry. You did not do that, which took away
Queen,
from
that's
my
exactly what she sounds like.
and the plan is everything. If it was just you, maybe I could swallow it. Pause, nigga. Or I was
You
just
broke
gonna
character right there.
hey, let's just go to bed. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, 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 because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged. Hey, yo, but whatever was going on, fine. I can take that. Pause. Fine.
And scene. Throw some hand claps in the chat.
This nigga Jonathan Majors is different. I want to tell everyone listening, do not have these kind of responses, man. Listen, oh my God. I know the brother's proper, but geez Louise, man. That would have been the last night, man. If look, I'm a regular person. If I feel like I'm gonna be late for work because I'm dealing with a woman, I'm not dealing with her no more, let alone making millions. If I was making, listen, man, a nigga like me go crazy for 5 bands. Nigga, if I got a role that's paying me $1 million, I'm not fucking around. I'm going home. I'm staying off the Henny. I'm chilling. He's talking about she going out all the damn time and disturbing the peace of the house. Nigga, who
Oh, it would have
talks
been
like
left.
that? Who are you, Dr. Huxtable, nigga? The piece of the house? Shut your ass up, man. This nigga said disturb the piece of the house. I got a plan.
That just shows you right there he has structure. And he looked stuff a certain way. And apparently she wasn't on that type of time. I haven't heard him complain about Megan, so Megan must be on her shit.
Man.
He was saying, why didn't I read the other line?
Yeah, like hey, we were not about to do no back and forth.
I said Mo got it. He was able to do both parts out here on his Eddie Murphy. Like in the Nutty Professor, doing multiple parts, wearing all the hats.
We were definitely, man, hell no, because he would have had the easy lines. Yeah, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I won't. Man, hell no. I gotta actually study my script. This nigga get the easy shit. I know I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry. Like what?
But what's so crazy? But you know what's so crazy is like, well, maybe one day you'll actually hear the audio. But the way you would talk, sounding like her, that's kind of how she was actually sounding. Because I actually heard the audio, and that's kind of like how she was sounding.
Let me see if Rolling Stone got it. Damn, they having all these pop-ups on this damn thing.
That's why I stay off of like Rolling Stone and Forbes and stuff. They got too many pops-ups. Daily Mail is the worst with them. There's so many pop-ups. They be slowing down your computer. I mean, one time I was in live stream. My live stream froze because of damn Daily Mail. I had to restart my computer and pretty much start my live stream over. Luckily, I was at the beginning of the stream and I wasn't far in.
I'm trying to. Hey, somebody got a link. Send me the link, man, because I can't find the audio. I'm not trying to get on YouTube because people be hating.
Yep, but they're gonna be talking about this for a while, and then something else is gonna happen, and then they'll go back to this again in February. And what's the irony of this? I don't know if people in the chat realize this, or Mo, did you realize this? They gonna sentence this man on February 6th, the first week of Black History Month. I tell you, they got a wicked sense of humor. And ironically, in the same month that Ant-Man came out this year, because Ant-Man came out in February this year.
Oh, I don't know, man. That sucks, bro. But I tell y'all all the time, I do joke around a lot, but man, I tell y'all, like, man, just be careful out here who you hanging around. Man, because it can get ugly, man.
Oh, she got ugly. You should have seen how she looked without makeup. I'm going to be honest. She looked like she was casket ready when laying on that floor.
Let me see something. M-O-E-D-O-T-J. Seeing, let me see. I think I got it. Hold on. I think I got the audio. Am I logged in? I think so. Recent messages. Here we go. Here we go.
What are we doing right now? Period. This is actually, period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really know, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No. Do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama.
I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think she knew who Coretta Scott King was?
Well, the reason why I asked you to pause it is because I don't know if you picked it up or not, but doesn't it sound like he's talking to a child rather than an adult? Like that sounds like a father talking to his child that did something that disappointed him. By the way, in case y'all didn't know, Jonathan Majors has a daughter. For those of y'all who did not know, he has a child. And right there in that moment, you would not know if he was talking to a grown woman or a little kid. Because in that moment, that's what it sounded like he was talking to, was a child. Like a child that probably went out and snuck back in.
And with you saying that, for me, I'm like, man, that's just too much. And I'm a simple guy and I don't make millions. But if I was a millionaire and I was an actor, I wouldn't even be putting up with this. Like, she wouldn't be coming back drunk to my crib. Damn, this day. I don't know, man.
Basically, they are not compatible. They were not compatible at all. Like she was somewhere else and he's doing his thing. But he someone that would push him and guide him in the right direction of that, not only that relationship, but with his career.
Well, it's kind of the PR thing. Get you one of them on your arms, we can progress you further in your career. But also, the reason we do that is because when we need to tear you down, all we got to do is turn that switch on.
I keep telling people Hollywood is something else. It's something else going on out there in Hollywood too, but I'm not going to say it. This is not the stream for that.
That's why we ain't in Hollywood, y'all. We in Tubi Wood. You know what I'm saying? We in Tubi Wood with it. We don't give a fuck.
Barack Obama's wife.
I know I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my travel, blah, all that said, right? I'm not saying I'm a great man, a great man.
I can imagine that nigga was talking to her. I am a great man, a great man.
You said you started talking with his hands.
I am a great man. A great man.
And this was the recording right here that she secretly, this was the audio that she secretly recorded that he didn't know, which tells me these are conversations that they've had before. And this was the moment for her to make that move and press that record button. No, Nellie Mac, she is not American. She is from the UK. Yeah, I know y'all can hear the accent, but that's where she's from.
Hey, shout out to my UK things. You know what I mean? I love UK women. I don't know what Jonathan Majors picked, but I love me some UK women. That's neither here or there.
I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have been bold enough like, oh, hey, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, blah, blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine. I can take that. Fine.
Well, and there y'all go. That's, I mean, the nigga was found guilty.
Nellie Mac said that's just too many words. Should have told her the Packers shouldn't go. With the way things went, if he would have said and did that, then they would have ramped it up even more. Again, y'all got to look at the optics. This is the stereotypical big black boogeyman trope that has been used for eons.
Damn, man. It's, like I say, for that case,
remember a black man raising his voice is quote unquote seen as a threat. And he wasn't even yelling.
He was proper too. He didn't even stutter. He was very articulate. He knew exactly what he had to say. He'd been practicing that. She comes home drunk one more time. I'm gonna tell her how great of a man I am. How she needs to get with the program. He was planning for that. It says here's the voice recording where Majors chastises his ex-girlfriend. Chastises? Man, she came drunk into this nigga's house when he got a job to do.
And you just proved my point. What Nelly just said in the chat. Too many words. He told her to pack her ish and get out. And what did I just say? Someone on there said he chastised her. Now imagine if he would have led with that, then they would have said something else. Again, it was a no-win situation. And then if he didn't say anything, then they would have said he's being weak. Or he doesn't know how to control his lady.
I don't really get into this legal stuff here, but I might have to tweet her and tell her chastise. That's decent.
Who said that?
This lady, Cheyenne Roundtree, the one that we played the audio off of. Here's a voice recording where Majors chastises his ex-girlfriend. He didn't chastise her. He told her what he wants and what he requires inside of his house. He don't want you to come home.
And how does one chastise someone saying that they're a great man who needs a great woman? Yeah, he basically told her about herself. See, I cannot.
Hey, y'all, tell Torian to get on her ass. Torian tweeter. Cheyenne Roundtree. Torian's about to tweet you. He want to ask you a couple of things. She's really covering this, ain't she? What's she doing? Entertainment investigations at Rolling. Oh, yeah, Rolling Stone. So you with the people. Mm-hmm. You wasn't never with us anyway, Cheyenne. You with the people. You work with Rolling Stone. Yeah, I'm gonna email you a tip.
And she was probably very happy that it happened. That's why I said it's gonna be a lot of think pieces that are gonna come from this. They're gonna be very, very, very one-sided. I've seen this play out so many times before, and they're gonna end up with egg on their face.
Cheyenne Roundtree, she's the Rolling Stone. She is the Rolling Stones, Malika Andrews. Okay, Cheyenne, we on your ass now. We know who you are. We know who you are. Entertainment
I
investigation.
wonder what did the reply say? I'm curious. What did the reply say? Because she got a lot of attraction from that.
Chastising. You know they're gonna probably be trolling, but it's gonna probably be some activists in here. I don't want to reply. I don't give a fuck about this shit. A lot of people saying it isn't bad, but when you couple it with physical abuse, you can hear how man, it wasn't no physical abuse. Fucking angry Asian. He was just telling her.
But there's a reason why I asked you to hit the button, because look at who's mainly replying. It's mainly women, so they're going to look at it from a certain eye. That's why I said get ready for these one-sided think pieces. They're coming. They are coming.
The issue with this is not that he has boundaries because he's being frustrated about drunk people coming over where you live and telling your partner that is completely fair. Is that he's lecturing her in a domineering way that a parent would do at night. It's his fucking house. He don't want you to bring drunk niggas to the crib. He don't want you to bring drunk niggas to the crib.
This tells me all I need to know about some of the people. Either they're single, or two, they. Damn, I forgot what my number 2 was. I was getting a little frustrated, but yeah.
Oh, look at this.
They probably did it in a former relationship.
See, this Jonathan Joestar nigga, this is the nigga I go at. Pause. The amount of people that are under this vid still saying that this clip is mild apparently love being abused emotionally and mentally. Nigga, don't come home drunk.
And you know what? I have to bring some of my channel into this right quick. I have to do it right. Mo, can I do it just right quick? I'm asking permission.
Do what?
It's notice the amount of black people that are under this post. And to the chat, take your feelings out of what I'm about to say. Look at the amount of black people that's under this post that's literally throwing the cape on for this white woman right now. I just want y'all to pay attention to that. Would she do the same thing for them?
Hell no, not this Jonathan Joestar. I'm on your ass too, nigga. Pause. Told him, man, shut your ass up, bitch ass nigga.
Oh, wait a minute. I think somebody in there got their head on straight. Someone said you missed the part about her secretly recording the conversation. I forgot. I don't know who it was. There it is, where it says Geechee Pam. Right there. You missed the part about her secretly recording this conversation and knowingly still trembling and crying. She's displaying the behavior he's describing on the recording.
She recorded because he's abusive and needed the proof. Nigga, this wasn't no proof or nothing, man. Don't bring no goddamn drunks over.
And like Eric said in the chat, they wouldn't be saying none of that BS if it was her speaking to him in that way. They would have been like, they would have been, yes, you know how they go, yes, you go, you know.
But yeah, so that's why I don't get on Twitter, because I be talking shit to niggas. I just told them to shut your ass up. But like, I don't know, man. Niggas is goofy. Let me see what this nigga Jonathan talk about on his Twitter. Dude, man, this is all I needed to know. Dudiest of dudes. Gay! Broest of bros. Gayest, I knew it.
Wait, hold on. And look at all and look at all he got all the pronouns. All I had to see was the rainbow of hearts right there, and that told me all I need. I didn't even see the rest.
I'm not reading this shit here, bro.
That tells you all you need to know right there.
Man,
now we know.
I already knew where his. Let me get my comment off this nigga's goddamn tweet for them niggas try to find me. Yeah, hell no, ain't no hey. Hell no, ain't no hey. Hey man, I'm about to get out of here because I ain't gonna do nothing but fucking talk some shit on here. Look at this nigga, bro. Look, she's an alcoholic. He's an abuser. Man, shut your weak ass up, Jonathan. It's talking about
it is. I keep telling y'all, if y'all dig deep enough, you will get to the core. You will get to the core.
Oh, man.
And unfortunately, we we hit a dead end, you know.
Hey, man. Just for anyone listening, man, we don't care about your orientation or your preference, but if you talking some stupid shit, nigga, I'm gonna call you a bitch ass nigga. Oh man, this nigga. Let me get off of this nigga's page, man. But Cheyenne Roundtree, my boy Torian is gonna tweet you tomorrow. He's gonna ask a couple of questions.
Please, I'm gonna forget all about her after we get off this.
Oh no, let me see.
I got more important stuff to talk about or do.
Yeah, me too. I gotta DM her on Instagram real quick. I gotta see something. Cheyenne Roundtree. Let's see. Come on, Instagram. Don't do this. Oh, we see where you are, Cheyenne.
There it is.
We see where you are, Cheyenne.
There it is. Y'all, we found it.
See
We
where you are, Cheyenne.
We cracked the Da Vinci Code. There it is.
We knew what was up, Cheyenne.
Y'all, we did it. We did.
Kent Lar.
There it is, y'all. There now it all makes sense.
Now I knew something was up when I read that chastising. Kent
So
Lar.
look like she plays in the snow too.
We figured it out, y'all. All right. Now we know why the tweet was. I told you. Hey, when I said on her, what is it? Where's her Twitter at? Where the hell that Twitter at? When it said Entertainment Investigations Rolling Stone, I said, oh, she with them people. I already knew it. That's all I needed to read right here. She with them people. And I was right. So now her tweets are starting to make sense. She has so much potential.
Tamika laughing at my laugh. Yeah, that's my villain laugh.
I told you, hey, we gonna do a little bit of investigating now. We gonna get to the bottom. I knew something was off with this tweet, man. Chastising. Like, no, it ain't chastising. You don't want somebody coming drunk to your crib. Cheyenne. Let me see something.
You really gonna message her?
Yeah. Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Few clues I would like to contact you. I would like to. I have a few clues I would like to go in depth with you about. Hit me up. Will disclose later.
You think she can reply to that?
We gonna see.
She gonna try to figure out how did this jigaboo
damn,
find
I
out
didn't say
about
go
me?
in depth. Damn it. We're gonna unsend that. Bow. Let's go. Ping. I have a few clues to the JM case. I would like to. Damn,
Eric said I'm gonna message her and say she's tripping.
I have a few clues to. I got done there too many times, man. See, y'all got me doing this on the fly to the JM case. I would like to go in depth with you about it. God damn, boy. Typing on Instagram is terrible. Let's see. Oh, I got one. Hold on. I got a few. Blues clues to the JM case. All right, y'all. Now we sit and wait. I got a few blues clues to the JM case I would like to go in depth with you about. Hit me up. We'll disclose later. Come on, Cheyenne. Damn, Cheyenne, we done found out the truth. Damn it. All right, man, we out of here. Oh, man. Good job, y'all. We'll be doing more articles. I might even talk about the Alex Baldwin firing a prop gun with blanks. Oh, they got unreleased footage? Oh, man, damn, they got a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, man, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all for tuning in for 2 lives. And we did 4 hours tonight. We was only supposed to do 2 on the Monday mistakes. I'm Old IJ. This is my brother Torian. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Join the Discord. Kendall, can you put the Discord in the chat? I'm gonna pin it in there real quick. Join the Discord. I think we just hit 110 members in there, and we only been up for what, 3 months? What is this? No, it's December, so it's been 4 months. Yeah, join the Discord. You know, it's a cool little spot. We talk about TV shows. You know what I'm saying? You get a good morning text every morning from our lovely mod, Kendall. It's a cool little spot. But yeah, join the Discord, subscribe to the channel, support the channel. Cash apps at the bottom of the screen. MOEDOTJ. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We on that road to 45,000 subscribers. Man, it's a slow journey, but you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. There's the Discord. Join the Discord. Cash apps at the bottom of the screen. MOEDOTJ. And remember, you can run, but you can't hide. One Journey, you on Twitch TV? Hey, I'm gonna get back on Twitch. I'm gonna do some gaming over there too. In Marvel, if you're listening, you already know what to do, baby.
Canvas.
Avengers!
Assemble. Canvas.